all IEEE regions to engage in mentoring. We promote and we facilitate mentoring events across the world. From Region 8, we are really glad to hear, to see all of you, ladies and gentlemen, here. I thank both Mihirani and Ziad for accepting the invitation to do the two presentations today. We will limit ourselves to 60 minutes, and the first half will be by Mihirani, coming from Sri Lanka originally, and she's now working in Netherlands. Now uh, at the same time, I'm moving to her bio. So if I'm looking up there, there's a long bio which I'm trying to summarize. So I'm not ignoring any one of you. Please don't feel bad. She's now working in Netherlands. Her motivation for engineering started at the age of 16, when she could witness and to be a part of inspiring young talent groups competing in Stockholm Junior Water Prize, surrounded by an expert and diverse team of engineering professionals. So I believe she has had some uh, exposure from her young age towards Europe, and maybe that's why she's sticking to Europe still. She has an education background in electrical engineering and sustainable energy technologies. Her industrial experience includes low voltage and extra low voltage systems designs and inspections of power distribution of commercial buildings and hyperscale data centers. Currently, she is working as a lead engineer of the electrical engineering team for data centers in Siemens, Netherlands. In her daily free time, she loves to play tennis, table tennis in general, to do sports activities, which is why which I'm sure helps her to be a very active life. She admires her freedom and passion towards new cultures and enjoying the nature through traveling. And as a certificate for her love towards nature, she always makes sure that she has a plant behind, and that's why you see flowers on the wall. And that's what she told me just the moment before she joined the meeting. Thanks a lot, Mihirani, for accepting our invitation. Without further ado, I would leave the screen to you. You can share your screen and start the presentation. I'll be listening in the background, and as we have already mentioned you, all the presenters and to participants, ladies and gentlemen, we will be recording the call and will be available through the mentoring portal for future reference as well. Over to you, Mihirani.
Thank you, Pasan. So, well, that was too much of a detail, right? What I wrote. So, anyways, nice meeting you, and I'm also happy to be a part of this program and to share my story with some reference to the mentors that I had in contact with throughout my journey. So, I was rather say I was lucky to have such great minds uh, to help me out at certain moments when I really need the support and encouragement from, sometimes just simple advice. So let me share my screen and I'll start from there. Do you see the screen or?
We can see your screen, Mihirani, yes.
Right. So
Yes.
yeah, okay. So I think who am I was more introduced right now, so I wouldn't go in detail to that. But so I'm originally from Sri Lanka, so a beautiful country. But right now I'm living in the Netherlands already 6 years now. So it has been long also here. But my family lives in Sri Lanka. And this is just something about me. So I'm less in my nature. I really am energetic, let's say. That's what people say about me. So I love outdoors, to be in outdoors and also to do sports activities. And I do a lot of traveling. Of course, being in Europe, it really helps me to travel and enjoy different cultures. I really like it. So yeah, that's yeah, something about me. And I will jump to Europe, but I'm going to start somewhere from Sri Lanka, of course, through my story. So this is when I was in Europe, so some photos. I'll go into later. And also some of the programs that I have been part of when I was in Europe. So to jump through it. So when I was in Europe, it was like this huge opportunistic flow that you had. So you could have had participate in any of the programs that you like to do so related to academia. But in Sri Lanka, I rather felt there's really not a lot of opportunities that you can actually explore yourself what you like to do of. But in Europe, I had a different experience. So these are some of the programs I was being involved in. So during my master's also, one of the projects in Africa. So we were basically in Uganda, and some other people also went to Kenya for social plus engineering projects. So this was very interesting also for me, and also to learn about more cultures and how the practical engineering is used in certain regions. So this was very interesting also for me. And Unleash was another program in Singapore where I could actually be a part of. It was a program that is meant for like 1,000 young professionals that you can go there and actually do like a 7 or 10-day workshop while actually trying to make entrepreneurial solution for a certain problem related to sustainable energy related goals. So SDGs, we would say. So I was in a part of clean energy group. So that was very interesting. We had a diverse group from around the world, and I was part of a 6-person group. So this was very interesting. I would not jump into details, but I think it's nice to know about these kind of programs where I could learn more. I could actually expand my network. We are still in touch with the group that you see. So it was very nice, and some of other hackathons as well, which was very nice in Europe. So I'll go to the next slide. So I want to also say a bit about currently what I am doing. So I am working with Siemens Netherlands. It's my 5th year right now. So soon after studies, I joined Siemens, and right now I.
Mihirani, I think.
Yeah. Hello.
No, that's all right. I think your mic went mute for some time, but that's all right. We can hear you. So please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So right now I am working as a lead engineer for Siemens Netherlands. I actually just took this challenge, let's say. I was a system engineer for 4.5 years. So now I'm taking this challenge to be a lead engineer. It's more, of course, then you have to work with a lot of systems and a lot of teams. But I'll be still working on data centers part and more as an electrical engineering team lead for the projects. So that's about how I am doing currently. And I am going to my story now. So I want to link it with a bit of mentorship. So time to time, you will see some things that I actually learn through my mentors. So it's a mix of things. So try to also ask questions from me if you have any. Meanwhile, otherwise at the end of the sessions also we can have a chat about this. Okay, this is also just some of the work-related photos that I do with Siemens Netherlands. So I have to also travel a lot for my job because our locations are factories are distributed around Europe and in Asia, and also the sites are also in different locations. So it's involved quite some traveling as well, which really suits me. And this my team as well, so it's a big team. So we have really nice moments with the team and really nice activities, which makes it really nice to work in such a environment. So I treasure it. Okay, now let's go to really what we want to actually talk about today. So actually, I want to kind of also get an idea what is in the mind of the audience right now, what is about mentorship. So if you can actually log into this Mentimeter link, or like you can actually scan the QR code. Yeah, let's try to answer the questions that you see in this link. So the first question would be what you expect from a mentor, or how do you see, or like what is a mentor means for you? So you can answer like 3 max things about mentor, or like what it means for you. Like please use like simple keywords, if possible, 2-3 keywords. So I will jump into the Mentimeter slide so that we can actually see what people are typing. Okay, you're seeing the screen, right? Yeah. Sharing. I'll also try to actually enter some of the replies.
I can see your screen. We just have to now, just to understand the process. I'll have to submit 3 words and hit submit. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. I see some of the experience. I see senior, help, guidance, support. This is what I see.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know whether everyone had the chance to answer. I'll also input some of the answers from me.
It says, please wait for the presenter to show the next slide. Does that have to be approved from your side, Mihirani, to
Yeah,
for?
I have to go to next
Oh,
one. I'm just waiting if everybody had the chance to go to the link and add the reply. If not, I will share the QR code again, just to be sure, because I'm not sure. We are like, I think 4. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let me, because I'm not seeing the screen if someone is asking anything. So, okay, I'll go back. So we have 13 responses. So let's discuss a bit about this and we go to the next topic. So we see some answers, senior, experience, guidance, support, collaboration, network, goals, help. So this is what is mentoring means for you, right? So we see a lot of keywords that we can link into one, maybe that could say like guidance, right? Guidance. If you put guidance, so that can be support as well. And a proper guidance can be given only based on the experience. I wouldn't add only, actually. Yeah, it does not mean actually a very experienced can be a good mentor. So that's a different thing. So, but guidance can actually, I think we can push everything back into guidance. So a senior can guide you, yes. And guidance also means help as well. And yeah, okay. Network is also nice, yes. Goals, yeah. Also, to achieve the goals, you can, yeah, have certain guidance from someone. Collaboration is also really important. Okay, so this is what mentoring means for you. So let's go to the next one. So yeah, this is the next question. So what do you think are the most important qualities of a mentor? I bet, oh yeah, okay, you can use the mentor. Do you need more time to answer?
Done from my side. I believe we
No,
had
it's done, right?
yeah.
think you have, okay. Nice, 13 responses. So let's have a look at that. So most important qualities of a mentor. So experienced, of course, experience say a lot about a mentor. That's very true. And selfless, yes, a nice one. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's a very nice quality of a mentor, because this being a mentor for people is not an easy thing. That's what I also realized, because we have to also think of a mentee perspective, because we have become a mentee for a mentor. So it's not really easy to mentor, let's say, a group of diverse people in different paths to achieve different goals. So it's a complete, so a mentor should be selfless. I totally agree. Patience, really, yes. They need to be patient, and they also need to be enthusiastic about the mentee's goal as well, and their own goals as well. Because this meant, like, if I am a mentee, I would actually look at my mentor's life, right? So I would look at his life and also see the reflection of it. What he has become of him? What is his life as well? So I would not try to follow unsuccessful mentor, for example. It's not going to work like that, right? So you also try to actually see through your mentor and try to adjust some of the things, not like really totally blindly follow your mentor. That's not the thing. So he needs to be a leader. It's really nice. So because when you see a leadership quality from your mentor, you are also tend to actually see the same things in you. If you don't see it, you have a tendency to follow it and actually acquire these qualities, because they say leaders are not born, they are made, right? So it's also a nice quality of a mentor. And the knowledge, yes, of course, it helps a lot. And neutral. Can someone explain that to me? Whoever entered the reply, it's nice to hear also from the audience, of course.
That actually came from me because I believe when there's a mentor, people might, I myself, maybe we have certain bias feelings, say bias senses or bias towards opinions. But when you become a mentor, I believe you have to stand from a neutral point of view, because sometimes it's true that we are sharing personal experience, opinion, that's true. But at the same time, I feel we should not be pushing somebody to follow us. My understanding is that stand on a neutral point of view, tell the fact, share the experience, but whether to follow or not, or to adapt to it or not, is totally up to the mentee, and we should leave it like that. Is my understanding. That's why I was thinking for a better word. I'm sorry, the
No
word could be
worries.
might
No
not mean the
worries.
same
That
thing.
explains.
That's why I went.
No. That really explains. So it's something also I had in mind to tell at a certain point of my story. See, this is my personal story. It doesn't match to anyone else. Like it has, yeah. So we cannot exactly follow someone else's story. The same goes for the mentorship. So a mentor can only enlighten the path or kind of guide to explore yourself, to be a better version for yourself. But it's not like he can actually tell what to do exactly, these steps to take. I don't think that's a really good mentorship. There are also mentorship defined like this, but I also personally don't think that's going to be a really good mentorship. Like if you have to define each and every step for the mentee, and mentee have to listen. So yeah, okay, we agree on that. So then there's encouraging, for sure, yes, and a good listener. Okay, a mentor should be actually a good listener, because he cannot provide guidance unless he's a good listener. So he needs to be responsive. So for sure. Okay, so nice. Now that we had the idea of what the kind of what we have in mind as a mentor, so I'll go back to the presentation. So let me see. Okay, so now I jump again back to my story to highlight few points where I actually saw, okay, this is nice to highlight this kind of thing. So now I am an engineer today, right? So you would think I have to be really good at mathematics, the chemistry. Yes, I am good at that now, but there was a point in my life when I was like 12 years old. I was so bad at mathematics. I was having like the lowest marks you can imagine. So I want to highlight one thing. The thing is, I was little, yes, 12 years old, but I also knew that this is not going anywhere. I seems to like mathematics, but nothing is happening. So I did not had an idea what I can do better. And my parents, for example, I really respect the fact that they were being like this, but they were not putting so much pressure on me as a child to achieve a certain goal also. So no tutoring. I actually studied in an environment where I did not had tuition for some time until like I'm 16 or so, 16 or 17. So I had all the freedom to be the child I was. So I just could sleep as much as I want, which I really liked. So it did not actually interrupt my education, though. So you can see it was not. But the thing is, the child, he's open to a lot of things, right? So when you are a child, there's a lot of creativity in your mind. There's a lot of opportunities. So I think the nicest thing about having parents or mentors, I consider my mother as my first mentor, for example, is that they give you a lot of freedom to make your own movements, to take ownership of your life. It's not like they throw out me off the window and not looking at me at all. It's not that, but you feel it. They are caring for you, but you also feel the freedom. So the nice thing is, I was thinking myself, oh, I'm really bad at maths. I have to do something about this. So I was talking to my mother. Time passed by. I was still not good, and then I thought maybe it's time to seek for a new teacher. So maybe a teacher who can help me to identify what is the problem. So I found this teacher, and the nice thing about this teacher is like he actually do it very simply. He makes your life easier as it is. So the mathematics was easier with him. So the base was really nice. So you get it. But after that, it's you're on your own. So the thing is, with this teacher, it was so flexible that I could actually work on the weaknesses that I had on the subject, and I was really good after some time. So my lessons learned from this one is like you actually have to think at a certain moment when you really need help. Otherwise, it's not really just comes to you. You have to chase for it. So there's no other way around. So I consider him as kind of my one of the first mentors, because he was not really a traditional teacher. He also teach me of actually choosing my education path, because I had some nice chats with him, what I want to do in the future, but I was still not sure what kind of job I want to do, these kind of things. So this was nice. So I'm going to the next slide. Then you are also at a certain point that you have to go with the flow, but you keep observing, seeking for opportunities, or like seeking what needs to be done better. So this is all you. So I'm also talking about a mentee perspective right now. So without you seeking actually what you want in every other step, there's no adjustments that you can do to your actions. Without adjustment, you cannot also see any implementation. That means no improvement. So what I see is, the further you go with the flow, you have to actually, these three things, I put it just like that, but it can be different for you. But practically what I meant is like seeking for what you want to achieve and continuously adjusting the methods is the way to improve. And for this also, it's really nice to have people supporting on the background with their knowledge and with their expertise. So I found these two people who I want to highlight during my educational period as a high schooler and as a college student. One was a teacher, yes, but again, not a traditional teacher, just teach the subject, but more encouraging on a lot of extracurricular activities. And he saw that I was so eager to actually get involved in other activities, not only at just follow the theories and just learn the subject. So we did a lot of programs for students for creativity to enhance their creativity and all together with this teacher. And the nicest thing I can remember listening to him and getting advised from him is that he told to never let go of this curiosity, the creativity I might have for some things. It doesn't matter. The seeking the opportunities. So he said, never let it go. Never think that oh, I have to do only good in education, so just focus on the education. That's not the thing. So he totally encouraged me to seek the opportunities not only within the education, with extracurricular activities. So that's really expanded my view of doing certain things. And that comes to a point where I want to highlight my timeline here. So this Stockholm Junior Water Prize, Pasan was saying it was in my introduction. I really wanted to put it because that's where I really got the inspiration to become an engineer. So there was this opportunity in Sri Lanka at the time. It was the first time, but this is a global competition that you can participate under 18, I think. You can participate in a Stockholm Junior Water Prize. So that is for water-based sustainability. So you can actually do a project within few months and present it, and also go for a higher level of the competition. And I was really lucky. Who you see in the photo, that's an engineer, a chemical engineer, Miss Banduni. So she was our mentor throughout the competition when we won from Sri Lanka. Actually, yeah, it was quite a process, but we were actually, our group was very happy to be the winners at the time. But we were also very young. We were like 16. So we had no idea how to prepare for the global competition. So they also told us our project, we did it completely individually. Like we treat together our mothers, parents, they helped us. And we had a lot of help from Miss Banduni as well. But the thing is, they decided to give us the winning because our project had the most potential to grow, and they knew we need help. So she was our mentor throughout like 1 year. We were preparing for a few months, for certainly through that period, but also after that, she helped me through my higher education as well. So she was this engineer that I saw as a person who was extremely smart, very punctual as well, and very organized. And it was my first time actually associating with the engineer. So I could daily, or almost daily, saw her before the competition in Sweden at the time, because they were preparing us for presenting and project preparation, everything. So I had a full-time mentor at the time, and with her I learned a lot. Like I'm going to jump in the another slide where I want to highlight the key points that I took during this mentoring period. First thing is inspiration. With her, there was always enthusiasm, and she was like, what we want to achieve. She was a good listener, and she also knew a lot of our weaknesses. That was one of the foremost things. If your mentor cannot see your weaknesses, that's going to be hard, because there's no improvement then. If your mentor cannot highlight your weaknesses and actually highlights the things that you want to improve better, I don't consider this mentor can be a good mentor, at least from my perspective. All of my mentors, I appreciated them better for highlighting my weaknesses than actually appreciating me at a certain point, because I knew, oh, this is the best for me. Not like all the time appreciate, oh, you are doing good. That's really encouragement, yes. But a way of highlighting your weakness, it can be a art of speaking. So a mentor certainly don't have to be rude to tell you a weakness. It can be so flexible in a nice way. But I think that's one of the most important qualities of a mentor, also to see through you, and highlight what needs to be improved. So knowledge hunting. So that was also one of the most important thing I learned from her. She was so smart. I could totally follow her at the time because I was so young, right? So it was like really, oh, she can be my role model. So then the personal branding. So she was the one actually taught us we can be really good communicators. We can be really good because at the time my English was so bad. So she was like, no, you don't have to be. Try to talk every day a bit of English with your team so that until the world competition, you'll be prepared by that time if you talk like this. So we exactly followed her at the time, these kind of instructions, because we knew we are getting improved day by day. And also she put a lot of confidence on us, so that also reflected on us, like with our actions it was reflects on our actions later, because I was so confident in talking English in this school where my classmates would make jokes at the time, like why we are talking in English, because sometimes uh, to talk in English in Sri Lanka, if you try to practice, this can be a bit sometimes humiliating. You know this person, right? So, uh, but we had only one goal in mind. Okay, we have only certain time period. We have to be good at English if we are ever going to win something there. So that was there. So the personal branding was really good with her. I learned a lot to be more confident, and the communication, yes, and taking ownership. So at this point of age is 16. Yes, you are young, but you are also in an age that you can understand the impact of your actions. So you have to be prepared to take the ownership. That's the one of the most important thing. Actually, a mentor can guide you into, because sometimes it's not always true, but sometimes you are not taking the ownership of your actions. I'm not talking about success. I'm also talking about mistakes. So as long as you are actually brave enough to take ownership of your actions, it can be your job, one of your personal things, it can be anything. You are good. You are good. So yeah, I'll jump back to the timeline again. So then, yeah, following that, I had the mindset for engineering, because after that we were in Sweden when still I was 16 or 17, and I saw a huge engineering community at the time. So this was actually extremely valuable to me. Up to today, I really treasure it in my mind that I saw different disciplines, different expertise in 1 week. And that was so inspiring. So many young students with so many expert people in the field. So I think that really narrates me to like, okay, I need to do something that I can finally end up being an engineer. Like, so I did not had electrical in my mind, but at the time I selected, okay, I will do a scientific subject so that I can end up in engineering. So after some time during the graduation, I also had some internships. So I'm not going to go into detail, but I started working soon after in a Japanese company in Sri Lanka. Uh, I want to highlight one thing about this period, because I also had again a good mentor there. So an electrical engineer, he was a team lead, and he's one of the smartest person I have seen in industry. So it was, I wouldn't say like he was my official mentor, but I knew he was there for me whenever I need advice, because I was at a certain point here. I was working and I got this opportunity in Europe that I can come for masters later. But I had to do the first year online from Sri Lanka. So I had to do my full-time job and also full-time master for 1 year. So I was in a really difficult point what to do. I wanted to grab the opportunity because I really liked the topic of sustainable energy technologies. It was about the master's theme. And I really wanted to do it, but I had no financial means to support me to stay like without a job and do the masters from Sri Lanka for 1 year. So I really had to do two things. So I consulted him, and also it can be very, very difficult in Sri Lanka to do a full-time job and also do a full-time master or like studies, because sometimes you don't have enough leaves. Of course, there's not a lot of leaves dates that you can take. Because I had to travel to Europe as well twice, mandatory. So that needs to be done as well. And I had lectures all over the day. So I had to find a method to cope with it. So he really helped me. He said, don't worry. Try to balance it. As long as you do finish your work, we will back you up. But this is only one person, so I did not had a lot of support from other teams, but I did have this one mentor who was kind of having the back of me. So that's just enough, because I was so confident enough to tell others that I am doing my work also at office, and I'm also attending lectures time to time, so that I did not interrupt any of the project work, because I knew that I had the back of someone. I really needed the support, I would say, at the time. So having someone backing you up is also kind of a mentorship, because you might actually follow something that you really want to do, but having someone's back, uh, like someone support on you, is really also important. So sometimes if you really do need support like this, try to seek for someone who could really help you. I think it's not given. People does not just come and help you. It can happen, then just please take it, but try to seek for yourself also. So let me jump. So what I want to highlight here is also watch and learn. So just don't lie neutral as a mentee. So try to watch and learn and be proactive. Try to reach out to people that could mentor you, and don't make it so official also, because mentorship can be very official, like a therapy session. So like you tell all the things that you want to achieve, and the mentor is going to tell you what to do. But it can be very casual as well. So it depends on your situation, what you want to actually achieve at the certain moment. It can be long-term goals for sure, yes, but you have to watch for the present, for example, to achieve something long-term, right? Your present needs to be stepwise to go into a certain goal. Okay, so watch and learn, and listen and evaluate as well. That's something I learned. And create and grab opportunities. That's what I also wanted to highlight about that project that came out of nowhere. It was just announced in school, and we just wanted to do it because we were so young. We were like, oh, this is so different, let's try out this on this project, we'll learn something. So try to grab opportunities at your own pace. Don't really make a run, like don't make it's hard for yourself. But if you feel like doing it, please just do, because there's no pressure, right? Like no one is chasing you to achieve your own goal or anything. It's you. So take your time and grab the opportunities that you want to do, and yeah, move on. So let me go back to the.
It's actually becoming more interesting, Mihirani, but we might have to stick to
It's a
30
time,
minutes
right?
here.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
so. I will jump.
no,
So
that's all right. Okay, just
yeah,
wanted to let you know.
let me see. Yeah, okay. Oh, so sorry, I'm eating a lot of time. Yes.
All right,
Yeah. Okay.
just go
So
ahead.
yeah. So then, uh, this is like now I'm in the Netherlands and working. I already explained to you about that. So I will not go into detail, of course, what I'm doing right now. So I now really want to jump into what I want to highlight more at work, because I also have good mentors at work when I started as well, and especially in the Netherlands. I really like the attitude of working here. But also the most important things that I learned, or like really casual things, but made its way up to my system, are these. So here in the Netherlands, we say you work to live, but you do not live to work. So it's very important thing. So you be sure to enjoy your life. It's not always that easy to adapt, I know, but yeah, don't yeah, again, hard make it hard on yourself. So, and be direct and be on point is a very important thing in your professional development. Don't make it harder for everyone else. Don't make it complicated if you want to put a certain standpoint of view. So just be direct and be honest. And they also say to me, it's a very important lesson I learned, don't be afraid to make mistakes. But if you actually repeat the mistake, that's the stupidity. But don't be afraid to make the mistake. So, and here the Dutch people, they really love initiative, proactive people. And luckily I am proactive, but they actually teach me to be even more proactive, let's say. So it's very good as well. And I think okay, did I mistype it? Okay, so what I want to say here is like, if you become inflexible, that is not getting you anywhere actually. Like at work, this is especially at work, because you might have to work with a lot of different people, different teams, having different opinions. So being inflexible at work, that doesn't get you anywhere. So you have to be more cooperative and to listen to everyone, try to get into a common standpoint. So that's something also I learned at work, which is nice. And I want to say, own it. Your mistakes, yes, own it, and also your success. Sometimes we are afraid to own our mistakes, but it's really not a mistake. It's a lesson. So take it as a lesson, and so far I have done it. So it really works on me. So why not? So let me see. I have to jump into one more slide. Let me think. Yeah, okay, here. So I want to ask maybe just a short question, like, do you think professional development and personal development is two separate things, or it's just maybe two sides of a coin that you have to go for both together?
If you ask me, I think both of them should go together, because if you think one improving without the other, I don't think that actually makes sense.
Makes sense, right? Anyone else? Do you think these two separate things?
Yes, sure. We need to develop both personal and professional
Together, right? Yeah.
capacity together.
So it's the same opinion as me, because sometimes I think there's a part that we might be missing. We try to think mentorship is something to do with a lot of experience and knowledge sharing in a professional world. There's sometimes I got this idea from some people, but it's not the case. You can actually have personal development, and the mentor should not be necessarily be like an expert in the industry also. It can be a normal person that you associate every day, can be a family member even. But if someone can help you the personal development simultaneously with the professional development, that can really help you on the way to solve things. Because professional development, you can actually find really experts on your area and try to change your mentor if it is not working with them. But for personal development, you have to really work on the weaknesses, right? More strengths, yes, but also weaknesses. So then you have to have some personal contact for sure, and you have to share your personal life a bit as well. So it can be a mentor that you are more comfortable with, I would say. So these both things are going together. And lastly, I want to highlight that mentoring or mentorship it's not a theory, or it cannot be just compiled in a session. So it is just a practice. So a good mentor, this is where I want to stop, will enrich the ideas within you, and also will help to nourish the better version of you, or who you want to become, and also appreciate the efforts that you make to become one. So I think a good mentor would do such things in general, and shape the person that you want to be. But as we already discussed, we doesn't have to follow all the things that a mentor would tell you to do. Actually, a good mentor would not do this. He would just guide you enough so that you have enough power to explore the things within yourself and find your own way to achieve things. So that's where I want to stop. And well, if you have any questions, you can ask from me. But I think Oh, you have a question. Oh, I forgot your name for a moment. So
Please go ahead, Ziad.
Ziad.
Thank you, Mihari, for Mihirani, right?
Yeah, Mihirani. Oh, you can call me
Mihirani.
Ketu as well.
Okay, thank you for the session. It was a great. I have one question about when I can say I need a new mentor or my old mentor didn't I don't make a progress with him, so I need to search for a new mentor.
Oh, good one. I just had the situation. That's why. Yes. So, because I just changed the roles, I had official mentor, yes, but I have a long time mentor at work. He was the lead engineer for most of my projects, and he was such a good mentor. With him, I became the most independent. So, with this new mentor, I saw something is not working out. I tried to tell him a few times, maybe some things can be different. This is not working out. But then I had this idea at a certain point, it's not going well. Was I not on point? Was I not clear to him? And then I had the idea I should talk to my long-time mentor. What should I do? Like how I can clearly communicate, this is not what I'm expecting. And I talked to him, and he realized right away, just a second. I just put one sentence, and he said, no, oh, this is not going to work. It needs to be something like this. Let me talk to him together with you, but first I'm going to talk to him. And he talked to him. See, this is the third party interaction. I think it's also very important. So, because I tried to tell myself, maybe I was not clear, maybe I was not on point, but it's not also like you are complaining to someone. It was not a complaint from me. I was like, I did not know what to do. So he involved, and actually my new mentor talked to me, and we were on point then after the same page, because we had a discussion. See, the talking helps a lot. I think sometimes what we are not doing is to openly talk about a topic that we think that we are uncomfortable to talk about it. Because, for example, that if a certain things doesn't work with the mentor, we are maybe uncomfortable to tell him directly, right? Yeah, this is not going to work with me. I need a different way. But it's not that. So with I think that works well. That if you involve a third party, that who is aware of both of the people, right? It's not someone like completely new from somewhere. It's not nice also. But this my long time mentor is also a mentor to my mentor. And it's like there's a relationship there. So the relationship is important if you try to get involved someone else, but otherwise to talk to him directly about what you really think, what you need. And if it's not working, it's not working. It's really easy to say it's not working because for these reasons. So maybe if your mentor cannot still help you, I think it's better to move on to a new mentor after just informing him officially that I would like to change into a new mentor. But I think a first step is to talk openly, and maybe third party involvement would be a good idea.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, Mihirani, thank you so much. I would love calling you Ketu because that's, I think, is the brand for you. So I'll call you Ketu thereafter. Thank you so much for your presentation. It was really interesting, and questions started popping up in my mind as well. But let's give Ziad the chance first. So thank you so much, Ketu, for accepting the invitation and for the presentation. It did involve a lot of personal touch with actually justified most of the points you try to bring out. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it took a long time. Sorry for that.
That's totally all right. That's totally all right. And then let me quickly thanking Ketu. Let me quickly introduce Ziad. I know most of you know Ziad, but he is a senior BI engineer at PwC, and most importantly, for the purpose of this presentation, he is a regional experience specialist in the IEEE Young Professionals mentoring task force. Ziad, I'll leave the floor with you, and you will explain the volunteers out here so that they can cascade to others how the mentoring meet event works and how the mentoring meet funding works. Over to you.
Thank you, Pasan. Let me share with you. Okay. You can see clearly the presentation.
We can see this presentation, Ziad. Please go ahead.
Great. First of all, thank you for your time and welcome to IEEE Mentoring Meet. My name is Diab. I'm a senior engineer with passion in data and digital transformation. As well, I'm a IEEE volunteer for more than 12 years. And I'm the Region 8 Experience Specialist for Mentoring Meet. First of all, the program is Mentoring Meet is aiming to organize monitoring events worldwide. So if any IEEE young professionals affinity group have any idea to organize an event, all you have to do is just express your interest, contact me, so you can give you the support you need in organizing an event. So we can support you financially or with the sample of the event structure, and at the end give you a feedback about the event. So we can support you with structure for the event, forms for registration, data collection, draft emails, promotional material, and feedback forms. So as we said before, we can you can express your interest, communicate us for event proposal, and then we start with the event formation for the starter process for the event formation, getting budget approval, and then start marketing for the event. We have some KPIs. It's important for the program. At first, the number of mentors and mentees. We should know the number expected for the program. The diversity of mentors. We need diversity for mentors, academia, industry, and some entrepreneurs. Also, we support the idea of virtual seats or getting mentors and mentees virtually in different places, and also using our mentor portal and providing feedback. Our program is supported by all IEEE public figures and well-known directors or high-profile candidates. So we have now, I think, Germany. In the poll, we have Germany, we have Tunisia, we have Lebanon, right?
Yes, I believe we do. I remember Lebanon and Germany. If I miss
Yeah,
somebody
we
else.
have Elio from Lebanon, Raja from Tunisia, and I think Andre from Germany, right?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So all we have to do now, if you're interested in joining Mentor Meet in program or organize mentoring program in your affinity group or in your section, just contact me. I will send in here my email, so you can communicate me directly and have a quick call about our program and how to organize mentoring meet program in your section.
Right. We will take. We are almost on time, spot on. But we will take few minutes. Thank you so much, Ziad. By the way, thanks a lot for the presentation. If we have any questions from volunteers regarding Ziad's presentation and uh, how how to join the mentoring meet program or mentoring funding. We can take about 2 more minutes to answer them. Or if you prefer writing to Ziad, that's hello. Please unmute yourself and come up with your question.
Yeah, basically, I just wanted to ask. I just saw in the presentation that there are already ready-made forms and ready-made emails. If we want to organize that, so I would like to ask about the access to these material, and I would like to know about the funding opportunities for that because we're looking to organize a huge event in Lebanon that is centered around the mentors meet. So I would like to know more information regarding that.
Right. I will, as a support to Ziad, I've just, because I already had this web page open, I've posted the resources page on the chat. Apologies, guys, this still calls micro mentoring, but it's not. It's now mentoring me. So that was a bit of a branding issue which we are changing now. So please visit this as the IT team is working in the background to change everything to the new brand. You'll see all the logos and everything by mentoring me. So that's the new name we are carrying forward. Please feel to visit this. It has the email drafts, the forms you can use. And I will leave Ziad to answer the rest regarding funding and the Lebanon event.
Okay, thank you, Elio, for your interest. Uh, I think we can meet tomorrow if you are available to talk more about organizing event in Lebanon and talk about more details.
Sure, no problem. Maybe yeah, we can discuss this in private and schedule it.
Okay, I will contact you after the meeting and arrange with you.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you, Elio. And do we have any further questions from anyone else? If not, maybe we can wind it up now because you already have Ziad's email, and you can Ziad is a contact person. Ziad has been doing a tremendous job since throughout the year. We had a couple of challenges because this is a new project from young professionals. So streamlining, putting everything together, and documentation, working with IEEE staff was not easy because it's not a already set forth program. We have to do everything from scratch in this case, and even branding, as you see, was an issue where we have to go in hand with other IEEE programs, projects, etc. So it was a bit of a challenge throughout there, but Ziad has been doing a really good job, and Ziad has already talked to you, talked to a couple of other volunteers as well. I know there are a couple of projects also running in the background. So thank you so much, Ziad. Appreciate your hard work a lot, and congratulations on recent graduation. I should have done that before. I know you've
Thank you,
been
Hassan.
enjoying your master's graduation recently, partying all the time. Yeah. And thank you so much for all your efforts. So let me thank all of you and wish everyone, I believe, from coming from Region 8. So I wish you a good evening and good night in case you have the sun is already down in your area. And thank you so much for all your efforts, and speak to you soon somewhere around the globe. See you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
You have a nice weekend. Yes, bye bye.